Hey everyone, it's me, Saul again. I'm back, and today, I know I said last time that I was going to do more Metal Gear Rising videos, and I will, don't worry, you're going to see more of those. But today, I feel like I wanted to try something else from my other favorite film franchise, the only other one besides Godzilla that I think matters anymore, Jurassic Park. And today I'm going to be doing the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 versus the Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, which is a really underrated movie, by the way. You guys were just mean with that movie, Jesus. Anyway, so this is a very debated fight from what I've seen. Some people say the Spinosaurus would destroy the Giga, others say the opposite. So, without further ado, let's begin. So first up, let's look at strength. How strong are these two? Well, let's start with the Giganotosaurus. The Giganotosaurus, it was able to bite through like a metal cage part of a ladder. I'm not really sure what you call that, it's just like the closed part. I imagine it's actually there to prevent dinosaurs from biting people when they go on the ladder, actually. That's smart, but yeah, the Giganotosaurus just bites through it anyway. It just crushes it in its jaws. It fights the T-Rex at the end of the movie and in the beginning of the movie. I forgot to mention that. And it defeats the T-Rex both times pretty easily. Meanwhile, the Spinosaurus, not only did it also beat a T-Rex in its film in 30 seconds, a very infamous scene, but it was also able to just run right through a steel fence or cage or whatever, really easily. It just ran right through. Then immediately after, it couldn't even break through a wooden door, but I imagine that's probably because the door was kind of underneath the roof section, so I don't think the Spino could really get to the door, but well, I digress. So I'm going to give strength to the Spinosaurus, mostly just out of the fact that, it's a giant steel fence. These things were literally designed to keep the dinosaurs in, and it just ran through like nothing happened. So yeah, the Spinosaurus is taking strength. Next up is durability. We've seen that the Spinosaurus is stronger, but can it take more hits than the Giga? Just by looking at them at first, you would probably assume the Giga is more durable because it has that really thick crocodile-like armor. And that's a fair assessment, obviously. However, I don't think the Giga is more durable than the Spinosaurus. It's got more armor than the Spinosaurus, but I don't think it's as durable. It's kind of like Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, at least in the Monsterverse anyway. Mechagodzilla has better armor, being made of metal and all, but Godzilla is just straight up more durable. Kong's axe was able to slice through Mechagodzilla like a hot knife through butter. Meanwhile, it couldn't even get through Godzilla's leg. So yeah, and it's that sort of situation. Because the Giga, despite this really cool looking armor, it got stabbed right through by the Therizinosaurus's claws, which I'm not sure if that would actually happen in real life, but who cares. The Spinosaurus, on the other hand, literally got hit in the sail by a whole plane and was fine. Kind of. It still got hurt. You can see its blood all across the plane's windows, but it was still alive. And mind you, a Spinosaurus's sail is literally its spine. Its spine is in the sail. If you break that, it is going to be paralyzed. And it took it right to the sail with hardly any issue and was completely fine for the rest of the film. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Spinosaurus. It literally got hit with a plane. Next up is speed. These are the three main categories you see in every fight. Either strength, durability, and speed. And once again, I'm giving it to the Spinosaurus. And I feel like this is the most agreeable one. The Giganotosaurus doesn't really run at all in the film. I'm not saying it can't, I mean, the T-Rex can run at like 30 miles an hour, and the Giga is, well, even in real life, the Giganotosaurus would have been faster. So I imagine it's the same thing here, so it could probably run just as fast, if not slightly faster than the T-Rex. It's just we never get to see it do that in the film. It does it in the show, it runs in the show, but it doesn't really look to be all that fast in comparison. The Spinosaurus, on the other hand, I believe it's had statements before saying it was designed, at least the Jurassic Park 3 one, to be faster than the T-Rex. And as we said, the T-Rex can run at over 30 miles an hour, so yeah, I could see the Spinosaurus reaching maybe not 40 miles an hour, that's a bit out there, but 35 plus is more likely in my opinion. So yeah, I'm giving speed to the Spinosaurus. Next up is intelligence. Yeah, once again I'm giving it to the Spinosaurus again. Jeez. I think you guys already know where this is going. But yeah, the Giganotosaurus throughout Dominion is kind of just like an actual animal, not even like a monster, like with most Jurassic Park dinos, like the raptors or the Spinosaurus and stuff. No, it literally just behaves like a regular ass animal. It doesn't just openly murder everything it sees. It doesn't kill any human characters at all. But it's just a territorial animal. The Spinosaurus, on the other hand, I guess I'm gonna say it's more intelligent, mostly out of the fact it was able to track down the humans everywhere they went. Like, no matter where they went over the island, the Spinosaurus could just follow them and be there. And I guess you could even say it knows how to be sneaky, I guess, or like stealthy, because the humans didn't even notice it was there until they heard the phone ringing in its stomach. So, yeah. So yeah, we're giving this to the Spinosaurus again. Next up is experience. And yeah, this one's definitely the Spinosaurus. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. The Spinosaurus was canonically born in 1999, which, if you've ever wondered why we didn't see the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park: The Lost World, it's because the Spinosaurus wasn't even born yet at that time. So it would have been 2 years old during the events of Jurassic Park 3, which leads me to believe it wasn't even fully grown. So, you know, there's that. But, and even then, by Camp Cretaceous, which takes place in 2016, the Spinosaurus would have been 17 years old. The Giganotosaurus, on the other hand, in 2022, we don't know how old it is specifically, at least not that I could find anyway. But I doubt it's anywhere near as experienced as the Spinosaurus, as the Spino would have been 23 years old by this point, and has had plenty of experience. It's literally known as a T-Rex hunter. It enjoys hunting T-Rexes. So yeah, it's definitely got a lot of experience in it. Next up is abilities, because neither of them have lasers or anything. This one's more of like who's got more advantages. Let's just go with that. And yeah, once again, the Spinosaurus takes it again, because the Spinosaurus can go in both land and water. I'm not saying the Giganotosaurus would be helpless in the water, but the Spinosaurus does well in both land and water. So yeah, the Spinosaurus would be at a major advantage if there was a body of water. And the final point we'll be going with today is size. Now you see, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, size doesn't matter in a fight. It absolutely matters in a fight. It's not like the super, like, oh, if you're slightly bigger then you automatically win. But it is certainly a major advantage. Now let's take a look at the Giga and the Spino. How big are they? Well, from what I was able to find, the Giganotosaurus, I've seen can be up to about 50 feet long and weighs about 14 tons. The Spinosaurus, on the other hand, gets up to, we'll be using the adult Spinosaurus, by the way, from Camp Cretaceous. I've seen statements and, like, I guess charts that put it at about 60 feet in length. It wasn't that big in Jurassic Park 3, obviously. but it was about that size in Camp Cretaceous. And as for weight, I've seen it get up to about 20 tons. So yeah, this thing is way bigger than the Giga. So overall, the Spinosaurus takes the edge in strength, durability, speed, IQ, experience, abilities, and size. Meanwhile, the Giganotosaurus takes the edge in nothing. I mean, I guess it's got better armor, I guess. We'll count that as 0.5. So, with a score of 7 to 0.5, we find that the winner is the Spinosaurus. However, I want to make this very clear. I'm not going to say that the Spinosaurus just mollywops the Giga and kills it in like 5 seconds. No. You've got that wrong. It's still, shockingly, a bit of a close fight, because sure, the Spinosaurus took every category, but with some categories, like strength and durability, it's surprisingly close. If I was to give a percentage of how much I think the Spino would win out of 100, I would say about 75% of the time, so 3/4. The Giga could definitely win because, you know, it does have the better armor, even if it's not as durable. I'm really latching onto that, aren't I? And it does have a secret weapon in the form of a superior bite force, because its teeth were designed to be like slashers. They're called flesh grazers in real life Gigas. So yeah, it would definitely have a superior bite force than the Spinosaurus, but it might not even be able to get that if the Spinosaurus can use its arms to hold the Giga back. And it's not like the Spinosaurus has never fought a carnivore this big before. Well, probably, I don't know. None of the T-Rexes get to this size. But still, it has plenty of experience fighting other large carnivores. How many T-Rexes has it killed? So yeah, overall, I think the Spinosaurus would win the majority of the time. That's gonna have to do it for this. Now before I go, I want to say one last time, if you think the Giga wins, go ahead. Don't let this video discourage you from thinking the Giga wins. I just don't think it could, at the very least not every time. It has a lot of disadvantages, but I still think it could pull it off occasionally, 1/4 of the time. So yeah, that's gonna have to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, and remember our last video? Well,
we ain't hesitating, bullies get the blazing. I'ma